Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome to ACW Alliance Championship Wrestling. Hello everyone, I'm your commentator MJ. Ladies on the following contest scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring. Hero Joe Japan, weighing in at 218 pounds, Deku! Well, Deku kicking things off tonight in this one-on-one gut check with Post Malone after these two had an amazing performance here in ACW. Yeah, well, bottom line is Yuma Tsukumo was out here earlier tonight along with our general manager, Noah Anderson. Noah Anderson was impressed with the performance of Yuma Tsukumo until King came out, until next thing I knew, they got right at each other face to face. Noah Anderson broke it up. It was until revealing that at ACW, Divide and Conquer, live from Louisville, Kentucky, it's just been announced. It'll be Yuma Tsukumo to take on King inside a Rage in a Cage in our main event. Well, I'll be Rage in a Cage, pinfall submissions count. Only other way to win is by escape as well. And as if I were King, man, oh man, Craig Marduk is not going to be involved in this because it all started where Craig Marduk went for a cheap shot on Yuma. Yuma was fighting back on both men until next thing I knew, I saw who came out. It was the new ACW signee, Pat McAfee, got involved. It was until Noah Anderson also announced that later on in our main event, it'll be the debut of Pat McAfee taking on Craig Marduk. Well, here comes Post Malone. Just why God. And his opponent from Dallas, Texas, weighing in at 190 pounds, Post Malone. Well, Post Malone had an amazing debut late last month. And yet, though, folks, we know that coming up later on, Heather and Beth are scheduled to go at it. We're being told the match is scheduled under no countouts and no disqualifications. This has been made into a no-holds-barred match between Heather and Beth, because don't forget their history back on the island. Yeah, well, no doubt about it. Heather was the leader of the alliance that she formed with Beth, including Lindsay, but that led to an all-out betrayal ever since. Yeah, well, no doubt about it here as Deku and Post Malone scheduled to go at it here. And no doubt about it, referee calls the bell and this one's underway. Here we go. Arm wrench clothesline by Deku. And we already know that Akira Tozawa is no longer here in ACW. Along with Maxine Dupree, after last Tuesday night was considered, Chad Gable won by a countout to defeat the Honky Tonk Man. And we were told from the floor that Post Malone, on the other hand, along with Deku, are scheduled to compete right here and now. But however, we're being told that this was a #1 contendership match for the Next Gen title. Well, it is right now because last I checked, Noah Anderson wanted to give an opportunity to either of these two great, amazing athletes after their amazing performances they gave out late last month. Yeah, well, Deku wanted to be the world champion, but it looks like from the looks of it, he has his redemption here at a different championship. Well, Darby Allin, the only ACW superstar in history to be a Grand Slam winner in ACW's history books. No ACW superstar has ever done it, but Darby Allin was the only one to ever did it. Well, Darby Allin won all the championships. He won the world title. He won the Next Gen title. Even the tag team championships. But I gotta admit, it was an amazing time in ACW history, nevertheless. Yeah, no doubt about it. Deku now top rope. Fist drop. Right in the face of Post Malone. That one's gotta be it. Cover. And Deku was close. Post Malone got the shoulder up. And our senior official calling it as he sees it. And right now, the Deku launching Post Malone right to the corner. A big fist right off that corner. But Post Malone is coming back here in this fight. Yeah, well, don't count out Post Malone. He's already given it his all here in this matchup. And there's a knee lift right in the face. Yet the folks backstage, Heather was by herself with an interview with Laura Croft. But however, it was even arrogant after all the disrespect she made towards Beth and Lindsay. And no doubt about it, it was the ultimate show of disrespect. And yeah, no wonder why she didn't get struck by lightning as far as I'm concerned. The Queen Bee disrespecting everybody here in ACW. Yeah, including Colt 412 taking Austin Theory's side. And just my goodness, Post Malone in the meantime has got Deku where he wants him now. Trying to give it his all here. And from the looks of it, this is an all-out war. And Deku right in the corner. Post Malone, scoop slam off the corner. And now he's going up to the second rope. What's he going to do? Post Malone telling Deku to get up. What's going to happen here? Oh, what was that? I don't know. He missed his target. But Deku launching him off the ropes. Looking for a shining wizard, but it looked like Post Malone with a counter. Man, things are really intensifying enough, and whoa! Paying homage to Stone Cold Steve Austin with that running elbow. And we had to apologize there, folks. And Deku right now with a flying forearm, but Post Malone caught him. Whoa! What a cutter by Post Malone, and it may have tired himself out. Cover. The arm over. Will that be enough? Whoa! How the heck did Deku get the shoulder up after that? I don't know. That was an amazing cutter, though, from Post Malone. And a springboard top rope elbow drop. And these fans here in the ECW arena in attendance are chanting, "Fight forever." They want this match to go on. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just kind of shocked about it. Off the ropes. Another running elbow. Running forearm right to the face. Just, man, what a shot from Deku. That's a 10 out of Rector right there, as far as I do know, with that speed. And another big punch off the corner. Well, like a leap punch, it looked like there. Deku right now trying to do whatever it takes to get another championship opportunity. Cover, is that it too? And Deku wins the opportunity for the next gen title. Well, what a win! Here's your winner, Deku! Deku victorious, and he's getting an ACW Next Generation title shot. What a match this has been! But folks, stick around. We're not through yet, because coming up next, we know that Omos... Oh, wait a minute. Well, folks, we're being told we got two new signee superstars making their ACW in-ring debut. But, however, it's actually Marshall Von Erich in one-on-one action against somebody new coming to ACW. Well, whoever it is, good luck, because that matchup is huge and it's live and it's next. And we're back live here in the ACW arena, and here come the new ACW Tag Team Champions, the Von Erichs. Leading on the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Von Erichs, from St. Louis, Texas, weighing in at 231 pounds, he is one half of the ACW Tag Team Champions, Marshall Von Erich. Well, Ross Von Erich, and of course their Hall of Fame daddy, Kevin Von Erich, out here in support for Marshall tonight in this debut against some new signees. Well, it's already one-on-one at this point, but question, who's debuting tonight? Question, who is it? Oh, what the heck? Who's that? And his opponent, accompanied by Guy Smith. Representing the Toxic Table from Lexington, Kentucky, weighing in at 140 pounds, Boston Connor. Oh, the Toxic Table, Boston Connor, making his ACW in-ring debut alongside his tag partner. Well, they call themselves the Toxic Table, which for the record, I'm kind of shocked about. Is already here in the ACW roster, no less. Yeah, well, they're best friends to Pat McAfee, last I checked. We got some new talents coming in thanks to Pat McAfee, knowing he'll be in action coming up later on tonight against Craig Murdoch. And no doubt about it, in my mind, that's going to be a war zone coming in. Well, the Toxic Table, last I checked, these guys are from Arlington, Texas. Yeah, but look at these guys. I've never seen anything like this. Hey, I haven't seen anything like this before either. This is just going to be an amazing matchup tonight, because Darwin will be in action coming up next against a mystery superstar as well, who is also friends of Pat McAfee. Well, it begs the question, who's it going to be? Well, we're going to find out coming up next at this matchup's all said and done. Here we go. Match underway. Well, the Toxic Table here in ACW, I never thought I'd see these guys until tonight. And, oh, look at that! Man, what a maneuver! What a move from Connor. I've never seen anything like that before here in an ACW environment. Yeah, we've seen it on numerous occasions from different types of superstars. We've seen so many great talents that paved the way, not just for some of the rookies here in ACW and the young guns, but some of the greatest superstars here in ACW that went on in TNW, including the HWF. Yeah, no doubt about it. It was a big-time moment for all the great superstars that have done it all here. Yeah, well, bottom line is, Toxic Table here in ACW as the Von Erichs is already kind of shocked about this. And I think that ring announcer is a little mixed up tonight, folks. We have to apologize because this edition of ACW Alliance Championship Wrestling is brought to you in part by Water Street Pizzeria. If you're ever in Las Vegas, Nevada, or downtown Henderson, check out Water Street Pizzeria and try the gluten-free pizza, as Quote 412 promises, satisfaction guaranteed. And by Gordy Gameplay Reacts, Spider-Man Reacts. For more great wrestling content, superhero content like Star Wars, Redeem of the Force Chapter 5th coming soon, and of course, the return of GWE Wrestling coming soon, check out Gordy Gameplay Reacts, Spider-Man Reacts. Yeah, well, what a maneuver by Marshall. It looks like Ross on the outside, on the other hand, is in support of his brother there. Yeah, well, Marshall and Ross, on the other hand, already the new ACW Tag Team Champions, graced us with our presence earlier with an amazing entrance as Kevin Von Erich, don't forget, was a former NWA six-man World Tag Team Champion, nevertheless. Yeah, well, bottom line is, it was a big-time moment for his family's history, nevertheless. Yeah, but Connor, in the meantime, is playing back against Marshall, who inadvertently sends him into his own tag team partner. Referee at a 5 count as the Toxic Table already making their ACW in-ring debut. It's only one of them last I checked. And we know that the Toxic Table will take on the Headbangers at this Sunday's showdown in Louisville, Kentucky, last I checked. Well, it's a big-time moment, I'll tell you that much. Well, Connor, in the meantime, is hammering away on Marshall there. And a fist drop by Connor. Just, my God. This is already turning into an amazing matchup. I thought I'd never see anything like this. Yeah, you think? Wait a minute. What's he thinking? I don't know. Marshall trying to get up. And oh my God! Connor just jumped over the top rope and hitting Marshall. My God! Holy shoot! I thought I haven't seen that. I've never seen anything like that before, folks. You won't see this anywhere else. I'll tell you that much. Referee at a 5 count. Our senior official telling these two to get back in the ring or this match is going to end by a count out. Referee at 7. There's an 8 count. Referee at 9. Both these guys got to get back in or it's a double count out. Marshall makes it. Can Connor make it? And he does. Breaks the referee's 10 count just in time. Oh, that was close. That was close. But Connor keeping the matchup going. Now, wait a minute. Kevin Von Erich trying to help out his son, it looks like. Getting right in the face of Connor. And Marshall with an advantage. And what a head scissors from Connor. Actually, from Marshall to Connor. And the Von Erichs supporting Marshall any way they can. And Marshall with a hip toss. And oh man, Marshall's all fired up. But what's he going to do now? I don't know. The famous drop kick. Shades of his Hall of Fame daddy, Kevin Von Erich. Well, the Von Erichs are an amazing wrestling family. You cannot deny their athletic ability. They are a battle. Yeah, no doubt about that. Referee at a 2 count. And Marshall going right after Connor once again. The toxic table. Trying to turn the tables, no pun intended, of course, folks, on Marshall here. Yeah, well, Marshall brought back to the ring the hard way by Connor. And Connor, with a springboard clothesline, catching Marshall right in the face. What a maneuver. Cover, is that it? No, gets a 1 count. An amazing high flight from Connor. And Marshall's in trouble. Senior official. Oh, what was Connor thinking there? I don't know. And trying to knock down Marshall. Keep him down and uh-oh. Marshall with a running crossbody. Another amazing wrestling style from his Hall of Fame daddy, Kevin Von Erich. No doubt about it. Marshall and Ross are having the honor of being assigned here to ACW as tag team champions after winning the tag titles, last I checked, from Owen and Darby Allin. Yeah, well, Owen went on successfully last month, and oh my God, that was a shooting star press from Connor. Is that it? 2? No. Yeah, but that shooting star press was from a far distance. Unbelievable. Man, Connor's starting to impress me already. Yeah, but what's he going to do now? Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Taking something out of Shawn Michaels' playbook. Sweet Chin Music. Paying homage to a legend. Well, Connor just nailed the Sweet Chin Music. And Marshall is out like a light. Yeah, well, Connor right now, hoping that would be the end. Oh, wait a minute. Marshall. The small package rollover. Is that it? No. Just wow, how close was that? That was unbelievable. And a face buster. Cover. 2. No. And these guys are starting to impress the heck out of me already. And the Fight Forever chants beginning here in the ACW arena. Once again, oh, what a shot off the corner. What's Connor going to do? Oh, my God. What a flight. Cover. 2. And what a win. He pinned the tag team champions. Here is your winner, Boston Connor. Well, Boston Connor won that one tonight. But my God, what a flight and what a maneuver. We've never seen anything like this before, folks. What a matchup. Well, right now, though, folks, stick around. Coming up next, Darwin in one-on-one action with somebody new coming to ACW right before the 2 big matchups. Yeah, no doubt about it. But who did Pat McAfee brought in? I don't know, but let's find out right here and coming to you live and next. And we're back live here in the ACW arena, and here comes Darwin. Well, Darwin already making his presence felt tonight. Ladies on the following contest is good to 4-1 fall, making his way to the ring from another world, weighing in at 228 pounds, Darwin! How could Darwin weigh at that kind of weight, 228 pounds? Well, I don't know. Must have been learning a lot from Gumball. Former HWF Hardcore Champion in the history books is Gumball Watterson. Yeah, no doubt about it. Had that war with Naruto. And I gotta admit, this is gonna be an amazing matchup for Darwin, nevertheless. Yeah, well, bottom line is, who is he taking on? That still begs the question. Who is it? I don't know, but after that amazing performance from Toxic Table's own Boston Connor, who won his amazing in-ring debut with an amazing performance we won't see anywhere else. Yeah, well, bottom line is, who is it? What the? Who is that? Another one of... Oh, man. And his opponent from Florida, weighing in at 190 pounds, Darian Butler. Well, Darian Butler, another friend of Pat McAfee, but listen to the ovation for this guy. Darian Butler receiving no love loss tonight. Just listen to this crowd. Darian Butler. Oh, well, look at that ring attire. Oh, my God. Well, Pat McAfee's friends are already on the ACW roster thus far, but there has still been a lot going on here in ACW. We've seen so many great performances here, but after seeing what Boston Connor did earlier tonight, wait a minute. Darian Butler just mocked Post Malone's signature backflip right there. You think? Darian Butler. Oh, it's just been announced. Post Malone will take on Darian Butler this Sunday in Louisville. Well, that's going to be a big-time matchup, I'll tell you that much. Knowing that things have already intensified enough here tonight on ACW's record books, we've seen a lot of great matches already. But here we go. Darwin, wasting no time, went for a springboard clothesline, using his fins as leverage. Nevertheless, yeah, well, bottom line is it's all on the line here. The best friend of Gumball Watterson lost his debut match last month to King, the ACW World Heavyweight Champion. While Darian Butler is taking a hellaciously beating at the hands of Darwin. Looks like Darwin's trying to redeem himself after the loss he had last month. Well, can you blame him? And Darwin! Wow, what a clothesline again! While Darian Butler hails all the way from Florida, Darwin hails all the way from another world. Yeah, well, bottom line is Darwin is here for a fight. He's not going to back down at the hands of this man. And this matchup is still going on with a lot of heart and soul on the line. And, the awkward silence on Darian Butler's entrance. The fans were shocked. It's like these fans here were shocked out of their minds to see this man even compete. But what's Darian Butler going to do? I don't know. Well, Darwin. Whoa, what a kick. Cover. Is that it for Darian Butler right there? 2? No. And yet, though, folks, Darwin is going up top. What's he going to do? Oh, my God. What a moonsault from the top rope. Cover. And Darwin wins. Darian Butler has been defeated tonight. My God, what a match. Here is your winner, Darwin. Well, Butler has been defeated, and it looks like he meets Post Malone this Sunday, but you got to give it to Darwin for an amazing performance in that ring. Yeah, no doubt about it. We've seen a lot of great moments here thus far, but folks, stick around. Coming up next, Heather, the Queen Bee, takes on Beth inside a no-holds-barred matchup. Well, anything goes in that match. It's going to be huge, and it's live, and it's next. And we're back live. And here comes Heather the former ACW Women's World Tag Team Champion, is irate. And right now, though, this all started earlier tonight when Zoe Stark came out here and Heather demanded a shot for the title. But it looked like, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a no-holds-barred match scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring. From Vancouver, British Beach, Columbia, Heather! Ring announcer put it best, Heather, also nicknamed the Queen Bee, last I checked. But however, she's in this matchup for a reason, to get some retribution on Beth, because it all started earlier tonight when Zoe Stark came out here and made her statement well known until Heather came out and demanded a shot for that title. Zoe Stark refused and declined the offer. It was until Beth came out and attacked Heather due to the rivalry they had, and it was until Noah Anderson announced it that this matchup was going to be contested under no-holds-barred rules. Well, no-holds-barred, it gives Beth the opportunity to have Heather alter herself. And Heather right now, waiting for the arrival of this young lady, the one half of the champions. And from Victoria, British Beach, Columbia, she is one half of the ACW Women's World Tag Team Champions, Beth! Well, Beth, with Old Glory, accompanied by Lindsay, the other one half of the champions. It had to feel sweet for the two after getting a little sweet revenge on Heather late last month. Well, it was a big-time moment, and Beth waving Old Glory, the red, white, and blue. Yet, though, folks, we had to apologize for losing the footage to the Zoe Starks match with Maxine Dupree, and we assure you, folks, that will not happen again from here on out. Yeah, well, bottom line is, from last month's lost footage, it was revealed that Zoe Stark retained the title against Maxine Dupree with a schoolboy and won the matchup that night. Yeah, well, bottom line is, Maxine Dupree was irate. And after losing to Milla last month, but one thing's for sure, I'm pretty sure we won't see Maxine Dupree and Akira Tozawa once again here in an ACW environment. Well, bottom line is, we know that coming up next after this matchup, Craig Murdoch is in the building tonight and set to square off with Pat McAfee, which I think is going to be an amazing in-ring debut nevertheless. Yeah, well, bottom line is Pat McAfee, one of the greatest ring announcers, more likely one of the greatest commentary of all time. And more importantly, one of the greatest athletes we've ever seen compete at a WrestleMania years ago in Dallas. Yeah, first he took out Austin Theory and won that match, and then all of a sudden, Vince McMahon came right in the ring and wrestled with Pat McAfee. So my goodness, until the boss won that night, but however, Austin came in and stunned everybody. But after having a cold one with Austin, Pat McAfee took a stunner, and I was even shocked to see him still drink away. The bottom line is, my goodness. And yet, though, folks, that was history in that organization's history books, and oh my God, Heather was playing a little game of cat and mouse with Beth as she had a steel chair in her hand. And Beth with a Hurricanrana. Lindsay outside in support for her tag partner and friend. And no doubt about it, folks, this has already become an amazing matchup thus far. But one thing's for sure, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think Tiffany Stratton will be a factor tonight. Because we were told she's out of ACW, and we still have no idea what show she's going to end up on, but I think we'll find out coming sooner or later. Yeah, well, bottom line is, to any superstar that wins a championship, and however, if they lose it sooner or later, they're either assigned over to TNW or the HWF roster. But look at Beth with an amazing German suplex. Well, that was amazing. What a German suplex that we thought we'd never see in an ACW environment. And a Rolling Thunder facebuster really connected. And now Heather is looking for a weapon. Oh, she's got a guitar. Wait a minute, does that guitar look familiar? And wait a minute! She threw the guitar. And now a stop sign. And Beth trying to get some payback after all the heck Heather put her through years ago. Well, bottom line is Heather is already dominating this fight, but Beth is getting dissected by her former rival and arch enemy. Wait a minute. The Queen Bee looking for the end. Looking for the end of the beehive. And she connected. The end of the beehive. Is that it? 1, 2. No. Beth kicked out, and Heather can't believe it. Wait a minute. Lindsay brought in a guitar. That was meant for Beth. Heather was going to try to throw it again. Right at Beth's face. But that guitar symbolizes one thing. Obviously, I think Heather wants payback on Gwen. Well, can you blame her? But cover the match, is that it? No. Beth nailed her finishing maneuver. She thought she had it. I thought she did too. Lindsay was... Oh, kendo sticking. Oh my God. Heather with a somersault over the top rope. And you could see Beth is not going to give up to get some retribution after what happened. I know that about it, King leaving the arena tonight to avoid any more drama with Yuma. Well, Yuma Tsukumo already in the back looking on in support. Because we did announce it earlier that Craig Marduk, since he wanted to interfere with that cheap shot on Yuma, we know that Pat McAfee is going to be making his in-ring debut coming up next. And right now, though, Heather and Beth still going at it. These two still continuing on their rivalry. Looking for it again. She calls that the end of the Queen. She calls that the end of the Queen's crown. And the fans are chanting one more time. Heather with a cover. Is that it? And Heather disrespects Beth with an impressive win tonight. Here's your winner, Heather. Heather got the win over her arch enemy. And I gotta say, this rivalry between the two are far from over. Well, bottom line is, we're being told that Beth and Lindsay are scheduled to defend their titles in an open challenge, nevertheless, this Sunday in Louisville. Well, bottom line is, who knows what could happen this Sunday. But folks, the time has come. Our main event tonight, Craig Marduk takes on the in-ring debut of Pat McAfee. And I gotta admit, this is going to be an amazing matchup, as that matchup is huge, and it's live, and it's next. And we are back live here for our main event, and here comes Craig Marduk, who is irate of what happened earlier tonight after being sneak attacked. Later on, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 408 pounds. Craig Marduk! Well, Craig Marduk, the former one-half owners of the Tag Team Championships with King, obviously irate after that heinous attack from behind by Pat McAfee, who came right from the fans and jumped on the top rope with a crossbody, saving Yuma that time after that cheap shot Craig Marduk made to Yuma. And they were both going at it until Noah Anderson made the announcement that this Sunday in our main event, Yuma Tsukumo will take on King inside a Rage in a Cage. Well, this matchup between Craig Marduk and Pat McAfee is scheduled to happen right here and now. No doubt about it, it's our main event. But it's the debut tonight of one of the greatest commentators of all time and one of the greatest athletes we thought we'd ever see. Let's check out this in-ring debut. Oh my goodness. And his opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 233 pounds, Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee, one of the greatest color commentators in the history of wrestling, and no doubt about it, hosting his own show in football in the history books. Yeah, no doubt about it. Kyle Behan, a former Harlem Huskies football superstar, has got to be happy about this. Seeing Pat McAfee make his ACW in-ring debut. And listen to the ovation for Pat McAfee making his ACW in-ring debut. And you got to give the devil his due. Pat McAfee is an amazing athlete. I mean, don't discount this man. He's been through so much in his career, and there's no doubt about it. And yeah, right now, though, there's no wonder why Heather didn't get struck by lightning earlier after that win she had against Beth. And right now, though, it was until the general manager, Noah Anderson, declined Heather's championship opportunity against Zoe Stark, because we were told Milla is already getting the shot at the title, knowing she was originally scheduled to compete late last month as the mystery participant until that day. Chad Gable, Maxine Dupree, Akira Tozawa, and Otis beat the heck out of Milla, where she had to be rushed to the hospital after that night. Yeah, well, right now, though, folks, it was until Zoe Stark retained the title and made history that night. Well, you got to give Zoe Stark her due. She's already paid her dues, paved the way for so many great women's individuals in the world of this business today. Yeah, well, bottom line is Zoe Stark may end up in the TNW roster sooner or later. Yeah, well, bottom line is, don't forget, she was a former FSW women's champion. Yeah, no doubt about it, back in that organization's history of Las Vegas, Nevada. And right now, though, Craig Marduk taking it straight to Pat McAfee. This is truly a David vs. Goliath story right here. I mean, Craig Marduk weighs about 400 pounds. And Pat McAfee weighs about 233 pounds. Like I said earlier, like I pointed out, this has truly become a David versus Goliath story here. And right now, this is predictable of Craig Marduk to go right after Pat McAfee in the early goings, looking for his street fighting tactics like you know how. And like you knew how in the wrestling scene, along with his tag partner, King. Just look at Craig Marduk just mocking Pat McAfee. I don't know if that's smart on Craig Marduk's part to be fighting with him on the outside. Uh-oh. Pat needs to think of something here, but he's getting dissected. A snake eyes off the apron. Yeah, well, Pat McAfee needs to think of something here, because he's being dissected at the hands of Craig Marduk. Well, Marduk brings him back to the ring, goes for a cover. Is that it? But wait a minute. Pat just kicked out. Well, if I were you, Pat, I would stay down. This is not a man to be facing with. He's a monster, and he's 400 pounds. And Pat was covering up there. And Craig Marduk with a disrespect. And Pat McAfee got caught into a big boot for his trouble. Only a big shoot to the face. And uh-oh. How is Pat McAfee staying alive here? I still don't know. But this is unbelievable enough. Uh-oh. Pat McAfee coming back. He's got the shoe, knocking Craig Marduk down. And uh-oh. Pat McAfee all fired up now, trying to take the big man down. What's he gonna do? I don't know. And he just did, with an amazing suplex. Pat McAfee busted wide open on his forehead. Just, my God. I've never thought I'd see anything like this until tonight. He needs to receive medical personnel after this matchup's all said and done. Yeah, well, bottom line is, this has already become an amazing match. Cover, is that it? No, gets a 1 count. Well, Pat McAfee coming back here. What's Pat thinking? I don't know. And oh my God! Pat McAfee flew right off the top rope. That was freaking insane. Holy shoot. Just, my God, shoot. I've never seen anything like that. Yeah, well, Pat McAfee, I'm just shocked out of my mind. And a Canadian Destroyer takes the big man down. He's down. And can he get him up? He does! Brainbuster! And Craig Marduk's in trouble. Pat McAfee looking for it. Whoa! What a move! What a finishing maneuver by Pat McAfee. And Craig Marduk's had enough. He feels like the games are over, but then again, maybe not. Pat McAfee launched him over the top rope with a clothesline. Uh-oh. Top rope. Pat McAfee. Oh my God. Craig Marduk with a power bomb. Not done with him yet. There's another one. And 3 power bombs. The trifecta paying homage to Chris Jericho. And how about it? Craig Marduk now bringing Pat McAfee back to the ring. And wait a minute. He was trying to take off the turnbuckle pad, but Pat McAfee did not let that happen. Man, Pat McAfee pulling off an amazing matchup here thus far, along with Craig Marduk. We thought we'd never seen anything like this. You think? Spinning knee lift right to the face. And Craig Marduk looking for the end. He's got him up. 2-handed choke bomb. Cover. 2. And Craig Marduk wins. My God. What a match. What a night. Here's your winner, Craig Marduk. My God, folks. What a night in the ACW arena. And folks, we thought we'd never see anything like this. How is everything going to turn out this Sunday in Louisville, Kentucky for ACW Divide and Conquer? My God, we're going to find out. And we're out of time from the ACW arena, Phoenix, Arizona. I've been your commentator, MJ. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you there. We'll see you this Sunday in Louisville, Kentucky for ACW Divide and Conquer. Good fight. Good night. And thanks for joining us. Oh my God, what a night live from the ACW arena in Phoenix, Arizona.